Let's get to it.
Okay, so the movie starts off on a chessboard with Micheal Myers in the center. And that boy is feeling himself. In a world full of pawns, being a king is easy.
Sit down, big bro.
My guy, you're in jail. You're getting your body explored every night. And I did some research on him, and he's been getting crossed, fleeced, and clapped by the same white woman for 5 movies.
Try.
But Michael's #1 glazer doesn't care about all that, and he gasses him up anyways to these podcasters who are trying to interview Michael. But forget Michael, they need to interview this facility's barber, cause he needs life with no parole. Cause look at what he's doing to them. Sat them in the chair and said, how can I possibly ruin your lives even more? But they eventually leave the facility to go interview this said white woman who's been violating Michael. But when they pull up to her crib, they see that she got gates, cameras, and 2-step verification on her door. But after spending like 5 minutes opening her door, we finally see this mystery white lady. And it's Laurie switching down Strode. He's beefing with the suburbs' #1 shooter. You parked in the street? Blinked. You threw a party in your house past 7? Blinked. She's been giving Michael straight hands for the past 10 years. This beef goes so deep, she passed it on to her daughter like it's the one for all. With great power comes even greater fades.
Boy, if you don't.
But anyways, Laurie tells us that Michael has been chasing her and sliding in her DMs for more than 30 years. Bro's up in there talking about some,
I'm different from these other dudes. Guys like Jason can't do what I do.
you mean actually pull? But Laurie eventually kicks him out of her house because they get in too personal with these questions like they're the feds. We then meet Laurie's daughter and her family, and we find out that she doesn't really mess with Laurie because she was putting her through the trenches, because at the ripe age of 4, she had her spinning blocks and playing with switches. Instead of Barbies, she had ARs. But Laurie's granddaughter Allison isn't really feeling the same way, and she wants to get close to Laurie. But even though Laurie is thugging, she is still stressing because these low IQ baboons are transporting this deranged heathen to a new facility with just duct tape and zip ties. She's so stressed out, she's hitting the... But while Laurie's stressing, this father and son are cruising in the middle of nowhere. And Lil Bro is talking about some...
No, I enjoy it, but I'm missing dance class for this. And sometimes I'd rather do that than hunting.
Lil Bro would rather hit the renegade than spend time with his father? Got his dad wishing that he kept the receipt because his product is broken. But as they're driving, they come across the crash bus that was carrying Michael, but they don't know that they're in a horror movie.
Yeah,
so the father gets out of the truck, but
Worst thing you can never do, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm on the road,
when he doesn't come back, little bro gets out with a gun.
oh yeah, nah, I don't care, bro. Look, bro. If I'm ever on the road and like all I seen is a bunch of prisoners, bro, I'm going straight. I'm minding my business. I'm not getting out the car, no nothing. Now if it's blocked, hit the little reverse real quick. Like, you really think I'm finna be out? First off, I'm not finna get out. Myself personally, I'm not finna get out the car. Even if I had a, little blick tizzy on me, I still wouldn't get out the car. Cause that's just asking for it. Like, pause, but like, nah, bro. Like, I would just stay in the car. Yeah, y'all people that want to investigate and all that, yeah, y'all got that. But if I'm telling y'all, bro, if I hear something and I don't like it, yeah, I'm running away. I'm going the opposite direction.
And you can tell by his posture, he about to miss every shot.
Damn.
But little bro should be fine, right? Cause he's a kid. Michael would never.
Oh, nah.
This man slumped the kid and made origami out of the father's neck.
Oh my god.
Michael must have heard me talking spicy because he's trying to prove something. Because he then pulls up on the podcasters in broad daylight, walking all willy-nilly. Because even if they saw him, what are they gonna do? Throw hands? Damn. Michael catches her lacking in the bathroom and then gives her teeth for the tooth fairy. Because he knows her broke self needs it. But when she declines it, he says, bet, I'ma just smack the poverty out of you. But Aaron comes in ready to put paws on Michael and then fixes his posture with a crowbar, but then gets slammed. But that's okay, right? You got him, right? You got that.
No, nigga.
This man is giving Aaron plastic surgery, no needles. He's just spamming grab attacks. Michael, I think you got him.
Job's not finished.
Then he equips his shiesty and poses for the camera like he don't got a biohazard on his face. I can smell it through the screen. Oh, but Michael wasn't done there. He then proceeds to do a drive-by on this gated community. My guy, this isn't Gotham. This is Cindy Lane. You're in the wrong hood. You're beefing with homeowners and dudes with 401ks. They're not your ops. And who gave him a knife? Michael's trying to make his name known in these streets, because after those Ozempic allegations, the hood ain't put no respect on his name. So while this is going on, Allison is at a Halloween party, and they
See, speaking of Halloween, I ain't gonna lie, it's your boy's birthday on Halloween. We gonna be lit. I might stream, I might not stream, who knows? But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Halloween, bro, for me, I mean, besides my birthday, I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, I mean, yeah, I used to go trick or treating, but I feel like, honestly, maybe I was like maybe 12, maybe 13. That was like the last time I dressed up. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the last time I dressed up for Halloween, I don't even know who I was. But I remember I started playing football. This is my 6th grade year. And I did not dress up. Yeah, like ever since after 5th grade, bro, I didn't dress up. I just didn't. I don't know why. I just haven't. I think for me, I'm not saying it's childish, but like I just feel like I ain't the type to like, you know, go and get a costume and all that. Like I'm not even a like party person, but like I'll go to like, you know, a little Halloween party or something, or like I might throw some, you feel me? But I just feel like yeah, I just feel like with Halloween, bro, you gotta be careful, bro, because, you know, they put stuff in the candy and, you know, a lot of stuff happens. So it's just, you know, even though it's September, next month is going to be October, I want y'all boys to be safe, even if y'all do go trick-or-treating or whatever. This has nothing to do with the video, but, you know, if something's on my mind, you know your boy's gonna say it. So
busting that Kids Bop music and hitting the most sorriest dance moves. I'd low-key let Michael in just so he can bust a move and put a stop to this. But Michael said forget the party, because if Halloween got canceled this year, I'm still coming for all of you. But Laurie gets wind of the murders that's happening and pulls up seeing Michael for the first time in 40 years, and they just stand there, staring each other down. But Laurie said the reunion is over and shoots at Michael, but it was just a reflection. So the real Michael just moonwalks his way past the cops. And we know dang well bro busted a left and ran like his life depended on it. But while Michael is trying to convince us that he's been walking this entire time, Laurie blicks him again, but he gets away. Now lock in for this part because I believe all this happened at the same time. So right after, the cop Hawkins and Michael's biggest glazer head out together to look for Michael. And Hawkins wants Michael dead, cause no duh. But Buddy over here wants to keep him alive to study him.
Nigga, you.
oh nah.
Simultaneously, Allison leaves this trash party after people started hitting the Gabby Douglas and she caught her boyfriend cheating. But this mutt ruins her phone after cheating on her, so she can't contact anyone. Also, Laurie goes to her daughter's house.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hold on, we gonna go back real quick.
Hitting the Gabby Douglas and she caught her boyfriend cheating. But this mutt ruins her phone after.
I ain't gonna lie. Once you throw my phone in there, oh yeah, we going straight forward right there, right? Like nothing else. We're fighting. Like I gotta get my fade after that. You ain't finna just throw my phone in no. What is that? Cheese, liquid cheese, banana pudding. I don't even know what that is. But I wish you would try to throw my phone in something like that. I will beat you at the whole party.
They're cheating on her, so she can't contact anyone. Also, Laurie goes to her daughter's house and tells her that Michael is loose. So all the years you've been training, yeah, it's time to use them. So Allison leaves the party with her ex's friend. But this guy has been using the guy best friend strat, and he finally makes his move. How do I tell you this, pal? You're a 65 overall with no badges, and your bag is shallow. This man is so hungry, he finna find himself with a woman that will actually eat him. But he said, and goes to shoot a contested 1 in a million shot.
Oh my god.
Oh nah. Oh nah.
That is not the shot.
That's tough. She says no for obvious reasons, but after she leaves him, Michael spawns in. But Buddy over here thinks that it's the homeowner, so he says,
Have you ever really liked a girl and you just couldn't have her?
You have no idea. But that's a sensitive topic for Michael. So he flash steps and cuts him. He yells for help, but Allison is not taking him seriously, so... Michael emerges from the shadows and finally sees Laurie's granddaughter.
Fuck no, baby!
But Allison dips and gets saved by Hawkins, the police officer. But as Hawkins is driving to Laurie's house, he sees Michael, and it's on sight. He drives into Michael, laying this man out like a picnic blanket. But as he gets ready to finish Michael off, Michael's personal throat goat says, "Gun to the back of your head." How many hairs does Michael have on his balls? 46? Wrong, 287.
Jesus Christ.
This man has officially lost his mind. He then lives out his wet dreams of wearing Michael's mask.
Oh no. He weird.
He then
But he's
puts
weird.
Michael in the back of the car with Allison, then drives all the way to Laurie's house because he wants to see the greatest 1v1 of all time. But then Michael wakes up and says,
I hope you bulletproof for this about to hurt.
and kicks the freak out of him. How to making out with the steering wheel. Allison then takes his time and dips. Then Michael drags him out of the car and said, "Lick my boots."
Oh no, bro.
Now keep in mind, Michael wasn't even planning on going for Laurie at this point. But he said, since I'm already here, let's run it back. Now Allison's dad sees the police cars and comes out of their house with a gun. But that gun is as useless as a do-rag is to LeBron, because Michael just sneaks him, and that was GG's. Then Laurie comes down the stairs with a shotgun to investigate and sees Michael just standing there, ready to collect the white pum pum he's been waiting 40 years to get. So the 40-year rematch begins. DJ, play my song. Laurie immediately locks all her doors and tells her daughter to go into her secret basement, because of course she has one. But fueled by hate and sexual frustration, he breaks through the glass and almost ends the fight right there. Got both hands on her head, straight palming her, then begins to lift her off the ground. But Laurie said stranger danger and blows this man's hand off. She rushes back to the basement and Michael lets himself in and starts to walk around their house with his shoes on. Let this be my house. My mother would have ended the movie right there. But Laurie hears him walking
facts.
around, so she turns an x-ray and starts shooting at the floor and misses every single shot. Bro, it's been 40 years, cut her some slack. But all she ended up doing was giving away her location. But she ain't about to get hoed in her own house. So she leaves the basement and plays the deadliest game of hide and seek with Michael, leaving her useless daughter in the basement straight pissing herself. You know, it's almost as if Laurie had a reason for training you all those years ago.
Stupid.
Laurie goes through each room of the house, locking it after she fully checks it. And finally, she checks this room full of mannequins and finds her son-in-law packed in the closet like luggage. Then Michael pops out, choking her with her own gun, but she stiff arms Michael and pulls a knife out of nowhere. But Michael said step back, grab, and uno reverse. He's feeling romantical, so he passionately grabs her neck like it's 50 Shades of Grey. But Laurie would rather risk getting a disease than being seen in this position with Michael. So she takes a Kirby bite out of this man's hand, but Michael got a response for every play. So he throws her out the window. Then checks to see if she dropped any loot. But right as he does that, Allison walks in the house, distracting him. So when he looks back, she's gone.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's doing me!
Nobody is doing it like Laurie, bro. She's tough. Sarah brings Allison into the basement just in time before Michael comes down the stairs. But he already knows where they're at. So this 6'7" silverback rips the entire island from the ground, while Sarah is in straight fear with piss all over the floor. She's talking about some...
Mom! Help us!
Oh my god.
I can't do it! I'm going to die!
Michael brought Fist to a gunfight, and his aura alone has this useless mutt malfunctioning, even though she has a rifle in her hands. Everyone is about to die because you can't lock in.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. My apologies. I wasn't familiar with your game. Then out of the shadows, Laurie emerges and stabs Michael. Who is she feeling like? But she gets hit with a two-piece combo. But she said, bet, I'm adding that to my bag. Perfect. Then Michael goes tumbling down into the basement and Allison and her mom dip out of there. But then he wakes up like the Undertaker and grabs Sarah. But Allison said, I'm gonna need a piece of that too. Give me that nickel. But that wasn't enough, cause she goes for seconds. And then Sarah follows up with a kick to the face. They pull the lever down, trapping him inside, and proceed to light this man on fire. But he just stands there for one last kick. The house burns down and they escape. What the freak? No, we're not doing this. No, We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Yeah, nah. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny. That was funny.